like I was Drake,
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you hip in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Coming with a dank, scrolling that tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though? Welcome back to LiveOnSports.com. I'm Eazy. I spin more racks.
Hi.
Young Chris, JB Smooth back on the ones and twos. If you guys haven't already, please make sure you hit that like button and leave a 5-star review on all podcast platforms, specifically the like button. All right, we live on YouTube. I get that people listen to us on audio. Shout out to you guys. We fucks with you guys on YouTube, so fuck with us. Hit the like button.
Fuck with the boys.
You know what I'm saying, man?
Ooh, I look just like Buddy Holly.
Huh?
Nothing.
What just happened?
I'm saying I look just like Buddy Holly.
Oh, is that a song?
Yeah.
Sing it.
Ooh, I look just like Buddy Holly. It's the song that's playing right now.
I can't
I
hear
don't care about that.
it. All right, we're good.
I don't care about that.
Shut the fuck up.
I don't care what they say about us anyway.
I do not know that song.
It's a good song.
Are you guys familiar, Chris, JB?
Nope, not a clue.
Damn, you guys got to listen to some WAP music. Get cultured.
I guess so.
You said WAP music?
WAP.
WAP?
WAP, man.
WAP.
Music. Damn, why is it so...
What?
It's real zoomed in on me.
Yeah.
Well, Pete fixed the cameras.
You did. Shout out.
Shout out.
He also tickled my feet.
He did tickle, and he put me in a pretend chokehold.
He did. Pete's getting real comfortable real fast.
Yeah. Maybe he wants to fuck us. Did you see?
Hey, yo! Yeah, Aiden Childs to MSU. We're going to talk about that. I dedicated a whole segment to how MSU is back. I'm going to break it down.
Get the word on the street.
We're winning the Big Ten next year.
When he said that to me, I wish it was the same reaction. I just started busting out laughing.
We're winning the Big Ten next year.
No offense. Chris.
Yeah.
Did you see your boy Giannis?
I didn't see like the whole
The
clip of
64.
him. Yeah, well, I saw the 64 because I was going against him in one of my leagues, and that was tough. But
That is tough.
I will say
that would suck so bad.
Yeah, I will say that this whole freak out over the game ball. What was this? What was this about?
He wanted the game ball because it was his career high and it was the franchise record for the Bucks, and so he wanted the game ball, and they took it. The Pacers took it, so he ran in there. And he was screaming at mother, "Go get the fucking game ball!" He's fucking screaming, you know. He's like, "Hey, Bato, go get the game ball, man."
Hey, man, I just conquered you guys, man. Go get the game ball,
Conquer.
fool. I'm not playing with you, Holmes. Go get the fucking game ball,
Hey,
man.
you know, shout out to my guy Dominic Sessi. This is for him. So, hey, Dominic, yeah.
Olale, Dominic, ¿qué pasó?
Dominic, yeah, cervezas.
You know what I'm saying, man?
Oh yeah.
Shoot. No, yeah, you know, spaz for that game ball.
Yeah.
I love that guy. He could do no wrong in my book. Even if
Yeah.
people look at that as like distasteful or anything like that.
No, you got 64 points, and I heard the story wasn't
64 in
they didn't
Spanish.
want to give it. Didn't they want to give it to a rookie on Indiana who scored his first point or
Yeah,
whatever?
but
man, listen, bro,
that's not a thing.
You got that one. That's not a thing, and two, like you gotta prove yourself in the NBA. Like you can't, especially when it's against Giannis. Like who's NBA gonna remember? The Indiana Pacers rookie whose name I looked up and already forgot, or Giannis?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Come on, man.
Watch that guy go on to be the next fucking Jordan.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta figure out.
Which in that case, Indiana could say I told you so in like 10 years.
64. He scored 64
Hey,
pointelonas.
órale. He came, he saw, he conquered.
He conquered.
He conquered.
Shout out to Jeff Frady, man.
Shout out to Jeff Frady.
Out here doing grande things,
Shout
huh?
out to Dominic Sessi.
Dominic Sessi in the building by his whole fucking government, Holmes.
Shout out to Max LaFlame.
2 nerds in Detroit or something like that, man.
2
Check
Detroit
'em out,
nerds,
man.
Bato.
Hey.
Hey.
I was gonna say speaking of cucks, but it's kind of rude. But Ian Gary, the cuck. If you guys so following the story we had like 2 weeks ago, I think we played it maybe last week. Either way, there's a UFC fighter named Ian Machado Gary, who married this 40-year-old lady, very very gorgeous 40-year-old. You would never guess she's 40 years old.
She's fine as
She
fuck.
is prime for sure.
Yeah.
However,
hey, she's real bad.
I think her name was like Layla Machado.
Layla Machado.
But Machado was her ex-husband's name.
No.
Currently Ian Gary's nutritionist, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
Still lives in the home.
No.
So Ian Gary shacks up with Layla.
Layla. Leila.
They got acquainted and
Hey, conquered. Leila.
After they conquered, they got married.
They got married.
And he took her last name, man.
No.
So now he's Ian Machado Gary.
Ian Machado
Getting called
Gary
a cook.
doesn't have the same ring to it.
Does not have the same ring
He didn't
to it,
even
man.
conquer his own last name.
He didn't even conquer his own last name or his own
Hey.
wife for that being.
Man, he
Holmes.
didn't even conquer his own wife.
Either way, he has
Pick the leopard.
There's a press conference coming today. Leon Edwards is fighting against Colby Covington, who's like one of the. I don't think he's good at trash talking,
He's
but he
pretty
talks a lot of
good.
trash.
He talks his shit.
Yeah, he's not good, but he's like the fucking
The
battery.
leopard.
He's never the leopard. Where's that?
The
come from?
leopard.
The leopard.
Get the leopard.
I don't know. Where's that from?
Oh man. Keep going.
I'm just not. This microphone. I'm not touching it. It's still
The
making staticky noises.
leopard.
Either way, Machado Gary, man, he pulled out of the fight. At first, he didn't show up to media day, so they're thinking he was just because. Oh, by the way, everyone was calling him Cuck. There's literally the guy who made Froggy Fresh. If you guys are familiar, he made I am the baddest of them all.
Yeah.
If it ain't my money, then I don't fuck with y'all. That's the album review. Or did you already start the other
No,
one?
we already got one.
Yeah.
I can't fix this chord. Just
Pick
been
the
doing this all day.
leopard.
Either way, he pulled out. And he turns out he has pneumonia,
I'll never pull
which
out.
sucks. His fucking ex.
He got
ex-husband
pneumonia
tried
from
to
another dude's dick.
Probably, bro. Could be something like that. I really don't know. I really don't. The NFL's looking at banning the hip tackle, the hip drop tackle.
Yeah.
Bullshit. I think that's
What
whack
the
as
fuck you
fuck.
looking at?
What?
Some dude. He was looking hard.
Some dude was looking hard at you?
Yeah.
You can't see through these. They can't see you.
They can at night.
If they got close, no, not even at night.
They
It's harder
can.
at
In
night.
the
They can see.
nighttime.
It's way harder.
In
at
the
night.
nighttime.
Whatever, man. The league is getting soft, Holmes. That's what I think. CJDJ, he's back at practice, man. Starting next week, we're going to be talking about that. Russel Brown, he's joining the show.
Yeah, Russell Brown.
You know,
Pick
he's a
the
big like nerd and
leopard.
shit. This dude watches film like nobody else, so he's going to tell us. I don't know where this accent's going.
You're changing up on me,
He's
man.
changing to something else.
You sound like
That's more Spanish than English.
Pedro from Napoleon Dynamite.
That's okay. I'll take it, man. But either way, he's coming on the show after his film breakdown. We're going to talk to him about tons of things.
Jimmy Butler. He came, he saw, he conquered.
What did Jimmy Butler have to do with anything, Holmes?
I don't
Shakira.
know.
Why are you
I don't
fucking
know.
bringing him up, man?
That's
Hendon
fine.
Hooker, we're going to talk on him. Oh. I'll probably say that for a little
I'm
bit.
an
for next
Aztec
one.
warrior.
I am an Aztec warrior. Is it a comment from the chat?
No, the Spaniards banged the Mayans, turned them into Mexicans.
We lost this guy. Oh, Spinny made the thumbnail today, by the way, too.
I made the thumbnail in Snapchat.
Lions can, oh, yeah. I mean, it's a different language, but
I like
Similar.
different languages.
you like Portuguese, man?
I don't know Portuguese.
The Lions might have to learn
I
some
never seen no
Portuguese.
goose on a porch.
Detroit Lions might be going to Brazil.
The Lions going to Brazil.
The NFC is a team that gets the extra game next year. The NFL just announced Brazil is going to get
Brazil.
a national game next
Yeah.
year. Sao Paulo, I believe it's in.
They're going to
Sao
get
Paulo.
Panthers Cardinals on Thursday Night Football.
Maybe, or it's rumored because Brazil owns like the rights to
No
the
more
Miami
locked
Dolphins.
doors.
So it's looking, if the Dolphins win their division and we win our division, that's going to be a game that's going to happen next year. So if the Dolphins win the AFC East, Detroit Lions win the NFC North, they're going to play each other next year. And since Brazil owns the broadcasting rights to the Miami Dolphins, that game more than likely is going to be in Sao Paulo, Brazil!
Sao Paulo, Brazil.
With all the honeys!
Yeah, either they look good or they look like ogres.
That is fair.
Brazilian girls, either 10 out of 10 or 0 out of 10. There's no in
To
between.
be honest, bro, I can't think of a Brazilian girl I haven't seen that wasn't beautiful.
0.0.
Yeah.
Honestly. Like, I think with Latinas, that's especially true. Like, Northern American Latinas, but, like, Brazil, different breed, bro.
He came, he saw, he
Different breed.
conquered.
Stop. We're done. I don't care what kind of bet you made with Tom.
What do you mean?
I can't
This is how I
focus.
talk. This is how I talk. We did hillbilly accents for like 4 segments yesterday.
That was like 2 days ago, fool. This segment brought to you by Dispo. Easy as Jared Goffian. Sure hell am not. MPWMU says she's banging other dudes.
She is.
That
That's
is
literally
correct.
what she does.
I mean, I believe so.
Oh, she abuses him.
I definitely.
Oh, domestic violence.
Domestic violence.
Oh, homegirl abusive.
Homegirl abusive. Efog asked Giannis get the game ball, so he got a ball.
Did. He got a ball. Yeah.
But he doesn't believe it's the game-winning ball. He's still pissed off about it.
Oh yeah.
He said I scored 64 points with that ball. I spent a lot of time with it. I think I know like which ball was the game ball. What's this?
We got a video of you charging.
Oh yeah.
I did not see that. I watched him leave the court, and he did like one of these because for his dad, you know.
Yeah.
I did not see that version of it. I saw him bitching at Halliburton. I guess they got into it last night too.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, he checked him.
Who did? Was it
Giannis'
Giannis.
shoulder checked Halliburton, put him on the ground.
But didn't something happen before that though? Somebody tied up with Giannis? Because I saw another video. Giannis' brother like fake pretending to get on the
I've
court.
seen that too.
I
But
don't know who that was with though.
yeah, I think it was Miles Turner.
I'd watch that.
Like took him down and yeah. Thomas like grabbed Jay Crowder on the bench and like it was it's so cringe.
Hold me
Dude.
back. Hold me back.
Yeah.
Giannis would be a. I would
Aiden
not
Childs to
want
MSU. Yes, Brandon. We're gonna go over that. We got a whole MSU segment. I'm gonna say why they're
I'm
back.
minimizing that segment as
Why
much as I can.
why MSU is back? Why they're gonna win the Big Ten next year?
My chair is
Why
shrinking.
they came so unconquered?
We're gonna be talking about that and more. Holmes, Broncos, Lions matchups. We got ... here too, man.
A lot going on.
My favorite segment of the week because it's made me money every single week. We're doing the Detroit Lions versus the Broncos, the Vegas Lions.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, fools, you want to make some bread? Just stay tuned around like 6:24 when we dropping that one on
Pick
you,
the
man.
leopard.
But before then, let's go to break a little bit early, man. Start the show.
Tell us about Glorious.
Oh, glorious. Glorious Cannabis is back with a new ice water bubble hash infused pre-roll called Honolulu Blue. It smells so good. It's like the whiff of the first playoff win in 31 years. It's a gassy, aggressive strain named in honor of your Detroit football. If you haven't had one of these ice water pre-rolls, thanks Eazy, you're missing out. They are so smooth. You can find them today at Dispo Dispensary and get them 25% off at checkout using the promo code Woodward. Visit gloriouscanna.com.
Let me tell you about Jack Labrador. Has watching and arguing about sports made you last-minute holiday shopper? Feeling more pressured than Jared Goff in the pocket behind an injured O-line? Jack Labrador has you covered. It'll change your gifting game. In your face, heads-up play that'll have you at the edge of your seat. It's the one deck that brings 3 games to your table, perfect for lazy last-minute shoppers like you. Jack Labrador is the ultimate gift that keeps the holiday fun going. Scan the QR code above or go to jacklabrador.com to get your deck today.
Calling all landscapers. This is Darren McCarty. I'm at Outdoor Equipment Co. How would you like to landscape like a legend? How about a bad boy zero turn? And even a chainsaw. And even a weed whipper. Whether you landscape for your job or landscape for fun, get all your equipment from Outdoor Equipment Co., the official equipment provider of Woodward Sports. Michigan grown, family owned. OutdoorEquipCo.com.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Baby over, my playtime is back. No, Outdoor Equipment Company is your source for outdoor power equipment, sales service, and parts. Carrying top brands such as Bad Boy, LS Tractor, Steel, and more. Servicing the Great Lakes region with locations in Metro Detroit and Greater Lansing. For more information, visit us at OutdoorEquipCo.com. Outdoor Equipment Company, or Power Equipment Playground. Kami saw you conquer.
Ooh,
yeah.
wee. Now the thing is, she's like,
She looks different.
yeah, she's paler there, but she moved to Ireland with him.
She looks way hotter on the right.
Yeah, well, she was
She's pretty bad.
40 years old.
She's 40 years old?
I guess I can believe it in the picture
I
on
can't
the left,
believe
but
it's
still.
not butter.
But also having a baby at 40-year-old, that's impressive.
Her pipe's still working.
Gotta start hunting some
Clearly.
cougars now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she wrote the book. How to Be a Wag.
That's crazy.
Literally wrote the book.
Yeah.
And then lived it to reality.
All right, the
She's
bet is
right
off.
person.
The bet is off.
What?
I can talk normal again now.
Oh, the bet is off?
The bet is off.
Oh, you made a bet?
Yeah.
That's why that was happening?
Yeah.
We started the show without it.
It's all right.
Did you win? Lose?
Yeah, I won.
What'd you
You
win?
won?
I won.
I won. All right.
What'd
All
you
right.
win?
What I what?
What did you win?
I don't know. What did you win?
One t-shirt.
God damn it. Just lost my pen.
Good thing you got 4 more.
CJDJ is back at practice.
CJDJ
Well,
is back.
not officially back at practice, but he's going to be
He's
back
gonna
at
be
practice
back next
starting
week.
next week. Well, Spinny. Actually, we got a video on this. We got
Yes, we
Dan
do.
Campbell on.
Yeah, let's hear it.
The implication, the most recent one, is he's been medically cleared. I was wondering if you've got the same report. Is there a hope or expectation that he could have his window started next week?
Yeah, I got the same report, which is good news. It's great news, and he is. So it is back to what we said. He's one of the X-Men. He's got these mutant genes because he is healed extremely quickly, and it is. He's gotten the strength back. It is secure, and so yeah, he's going to be ready to go here pretty soon. You're going to ask me about this game. Maybe we play in this game. Is that what you're asking?
No, I
What?
just ask if the practice window starts next week.
I promise you won't play this game. Yeah, I mean, Brad and I need to talk about it, but it's good news. And certainly the plan will be, let's get him going ASAP. That would be the plan. Get him practicing, getting his legs back under him, get him in shape, football shape. But that's great news. And it's a credit to him too now. He's been working. He's been working.
CJDJ coming back to practice next week. It's impressive that he's coming back this short. This short of time. He talked about, Dan Campbell said he's like a super mutant. He's got that mutant DNA to be able to come back to practice after this kind of injury this fast is impressive. And it couldn't come at a better time. The Lions need him back. Not just for his play on the field, not just for his playmaking in the back end of that defense, but the swag. The aggressiveness he plays with. They've been missing some juice on defense. They've been kind of stagnant and boring. And Anzalone, John Kaminsky, other guys have come out. They've been like, we've been missing something on defense. We've been missing the juice on defense. And who better to bring some juice, to bring some oomph, some swag than CD Deuce?
CD Deuce. Same thing you get when you eat a strawberry.
Yes.
According to Spencer. Now, look, I talked about it yesterday because it was already teased yesterday is when it broke news. Dan Campbell just confirmed because it's the first time seeing with the media since. And, yeah, it's everything you said. Like, the thing that takes the excitement out of it is he's been teasing it so long. So it's like it's not a surprise anymore. Like, what we expect him to bring has been, like, spoke on. But it's literally everything you said. And, by the way, it's a common theory of mine, common theory of Spinny's. A cornerback that talks shit generally is a pretty good cornerback, and this is a defense that needs it very badly, very badly. Unfortunately, I wish you could play the outside. That's the thing, is like, you look at the biggest weakness on this defense. Yes, it's in the secondary, but it's not specifically at safety. It's at the outside cornerback. Shout out to Jerry Jacobs, but that's where we're like hurting the most. I wish it would help there, but hey, who knows? I think this house has a little bit to do with why you see Brian Branch like playing more straight up just nickel now.
Yeah,
because it makes sense. Obviously, they got CJDJ coming back. I mean, shit, Dan Campbell teased him coming back this game.
He's not going to play in this game.
He said, "I promise."
He said, "I promise."
He said, "I promise he won't."
Oh, promise he won't.
Yeah.
I thought he was teasing by him actually playing that game.
No, he's not going to play in this game. He's going to return to practice next week, though, and hopefully be ready to go. That's definitely a player you're going to need against Dallas. Dallas is an air raid attack. They like to pass the ball. They like to throw the ball.
Yeah.
So having a guy back there that makes plays on the ball, that is aggressive, that sets a tone, it'll be imperative. And I'm really glad to have him back out there. He's one of my favorite players on this team. Like, even though we didn't get to see much of him, like how infectious he is, how he plays with this reckless abandon, laying hits, picking off balls. It'll be good to have him back.
I mean, another good reason to have him back too against Dallas specifically, former division rival of his. You know, he's seen that team twice last year.
Yeah.
So he's a little bit more familiar with Dak Prescott. Excuse me. Dak Prescott and his tendencies and whatnot than, like, majority of our guys. They're also young, too. So I think it'd be huge for Dallas. And I heard you and Stick talking about it a little bit earlier. Like, would you rather beat Minnesota twice or Dallas? Mm-hmm. For me, selfishly, and I obviously get like the 2 wins would mean more to the team, like down the stretch and especially into the playoffs. I'd rather see him beat a team like Dallas. We have yet to beat a team of playoff caliber at all this season outside of the Kansas City Chiefs, who were going to war without their second two best guys. I guess second and third best guys. There you go. So, yeah, we did it, but it didn't really feel fulfilling, I should say. I mean, it was fulfilling still. Still, the Chiefs was on the road and home opener. You fucking starved for football, so it felt great. But, like, on a whole, on the entire season, I don't think the Detroit Lions have beat anybody above 500. I really don't. I know that the Tampa was at the time. I'm not counting that. I'm talking like what you're going to end the season. And even if the team ends up being like just above 500 or at 500, I don't really count those either. I want to be a good team.
I just don't understand these fucking guys in the chat.
What?
What has CD done for the Lions? CD doesn't do anything but make us lose game 2. Like, will you guys shut up? He's a fantastic player, and he's coming back. I don't know. You want help or you don't want help? Do you not want help? Do you not want better players on this defense? Then keep talking like that. You're good with this defense how it is? All right, cool. Like, he is a great player that's coming back. I understand. Oh, all he did was make us lose the game against the Seahawks. No, he didn't do that. The Lions are outmatched in that game. It's not his fault.
Jared Goff threw a pick 6 in that game, Holmes.
Yeah, he did.
I'm just saying, man. I don't really. I guess I could blame on that one. There's no like pass rush in that game. So you look at the defense a little bit. Fuck, man. We should have seen it coming. We did see it coming. That's the day I made the Jalen Carter meme.
Yeah.
Everyone yelled at me for it. But I don't give a fuck, Holmes. I wanted him for a reason, man. But we do got Jahmyr Gibbs, most 20-yard plus runs in the league. 8, I think it was. So shout out to him. Actually, speaking of injuries, guys come back too. Hendon Hooker. I rarely get to do this because I'm just right all the time. But I said that, I think Hendon Hooker, if we seal the deal, he could play that last game of the season. Actually, do you have a video on this one too?
We do.
I don't think he's playing. Or yeah, take it off.
He's not going to play.
The Dan Campbell.
Yes.
My apologies.
No, that's fine. You're fine.
My apologies. I'll play that right now.
Dan Campbell about Hendon
Working.
How about Hendon Hooker? I think you guys have a decision to make on him. Is he coming back to the roster? Do you guys gonna do that?
Yeah, we got to make that decision next week. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But he's been going here for really the end of 3 weeks now, and he's gotten just a little bit better every week, which is what you expect. He's certainly he's raw, and he's got a ton of things he's got to get better at and develop. But that's what you would expect, right? He's a rookie. He hasn't had any. He hasn't banked any reps, anything like that in real time. So we're slowly working him in. He's starting to take some of the scout team reps. And honestly, look, JT Barrett's done a great job with him. Brew and JT working with him, but also, Teddy. Teddy's been unbelievable. I can go down that whole road now. Teddy's been unbelievable for a lot of people here. He's a huge asset for us, aside from the obvious, which is if we need him, he's a guy who can go and win for us. But, man, he does so many things behind the scenes that I think a lot of people don't even realize. He's a valuable asset for our team.
With the Hooker decision, is that a balance of where he's at, but also where your roster's at coming out of the game and what you might need there?
That could be. It could be, I think the plan would be we would love to get him on so we can continue to work with him here, because otherwise, you can't do anything. But ultimately, yeah, I don't think we can commit to that until we see what's going on here, and what pieces we think are coming back. I mean, as you know, we just talked about Ducey. We know Max coming back at some point. There's a number. Got Cabinda still out there. We've got some guys that potentially could come back. Houston maybe at some point here. So, you do that, then you're losing guys, and that's what makes it hard.
That's why you couldn't keep Bohanna.
Real hard, Holmes.
Real hard.
Real hard.
They're definitely. I mean, Hooker isn't playing this year. Nobody really expected him to.
No.
Unless
I thought if we would, I thought we'd seal the deal by the number 1 seed by week 18. That may have been a possibility.
I don't think that's still out of.
No, we're not getting.
Well, we're not getting the number 1 seed. But if we
seed.
had the division wrapped up, and there's nothing else they really have to play for, they can still rest their starters.
Well, they have to make a decision by next week whether to activate him onto the roster or to keep him on the NFI list.
Oh.
So I think he's going to stay. I mean, just based off everything Dan Campbell said, there's been too many injuries. As he said, like Kapinda, we don't know what the situation is with everybody. Like he has same thing with Quentin Bohanna. We lost him yesterday, but it's because you have to rearrange the roster to keep these guys. So it's like if Hendon Hooker's not even taking snaps with the second team, then he's definitely not going to get snaps in the game. You heard Mark Brunell speak on that last week as well. It's like, it's up to Teddy to give those snaps up. Teddy is right now the number 2 quarterback on this roster. We can't just give him up. The snaps are far and few between. You know, spread around. So he's more scout team stuff, like Dan Campbell said. So I guess I'm conceding on seeing
no, we're not going to see him. I'm not worried
That's
about
all right.
it. We didn't really expect to in the first place anyways, like I said. So,
but I do like Hendon Hooker still, mate.
Yeah,
for next year, maybe. If you can press Buzz B and just turn it all the way down, can you play that video one more time? We get a couple comments from Woodward Sports Chat. They want to see it. Dr. D specifically.
It was nothing. Jamo's jogging.
Yeah, James was just jogging. But 10, 15, 20, 25.
I mean, he's already thrown one more spiral on the season than golf.
Yeah. It's almost deeper than golf too, but like that's like I'm not gonna read too much into that throw, but I like it, man. I am not going to lie. Super Saiyan Lions. He's a big golf guy. He says, wow, he threw one pass and he looked gifted. LMFAO. Bro, he's good. He is really good. Oh, snap. Kayla Rittner in the Woodward Sports Chat. Easy. You better come get Zach with It's Too Easy on Saturday. I already am. Actually shouted you guys out, I think, yesterday. I'll be there this Saturday. You coming?
Yeah, I'll come.
We just got to find a way back here
We just got to find a way back here.
Hey, Caitlin, let us know where. I promise you I'm there.
Yeah, I'll pull up.
Pull up. Some 8 Mile vodka in our system.
Yeah.
Just turn up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Have a good time. Hey, everybody. Shots on everybody. No Hendon Hooker. Who cares? We'll pour one for the homie.
Talk to us about Mark White.
I'll tell you about Mark White. When I migrated from, where to here, I had to get a new home. Holmes. Got away Mark White. You got me right. $5,000 off my closing cost. It's right. $5,000 off my closing cost with Mark White. Make sure you guys give him a call at 248-290-8242. Visit him at markwhitesells.com.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand to offer more products to more people. That is exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC, the same great service that customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today and find the brand you want, lesstanford.com.
Buongiorno!
Arrivederci!
Welcome back, Holmes! God damn it, stuck. There's
I came myself like Gunker.
There's this girl I used to talk to, and she like swiped up on my story the other day, and like something I posted of us. She's like, "What kind of accent you guys talking that day?" She just knows. I talk in a bunch of different accents all the time.
That's fair.
Nick Leach told me he has a personality disorder. Made me feel really insecure about that. I was like, fuck. I do like 12 different accents. Just being how I'm feeling.
Bro, that was Patricia.
Patricia loves Jared Goff.
Eazy, do you remember robbing that bank? No, that was Patricia.
Yeah. Eazy, what about the time you said you liked Jared Goff? No. Either way, back to the lecture hand. We got to get a guy, Russel Brown, on the phone. If you guys don't know who he is, he does a lot of breakdowns for NFL drafts, but more importantly, Detroit Lions as well.
Russel Brown.
Russel Brown, Holmes. Do we got him on the phone right now?
Russell.
Let's get him here, man. Hola, Russell. How you been, Holmes?
I'm good, Bob. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. You're at home knocking down some cervezas?
Cervezas.
Yeah, I don't even know what I'm walking into here.
Welcome to the Mexican sports. You know, we talk about like Americano football here, though, Holmes. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Herman didn't know what he's walking to. We got to stop doing that to our guests. They get so confused.
Yeah.
I was hoping you respond back in an accent as well. Do you have any accents in the bank?
No, dude, I'm terrible with accents, and I'm kind of battling through a cold sinus thing, so it would be really bad. I'm not even going to attempt it.
Oh, he's got sinuses.
Yeah. Holmes got sinuses.
Holmes got sinuses.
Russ, I wanted to have you on the show because I obviously follow you on Twitter. You're my guy. Make sure you guys give him a follow. It's Russ NFL Draft, if I'm not mistaken. And I saw you tweet about some of the routes that J-Mo ran. And it's a big question going around town is like, why isn't J-Mo getting more targets? What the hell is going on? And as you, being my film guy, what are you seeing out there?
Well, I mean, the route combinations off this last game were god awful. It was some of the worst probably route combinations that Ben Johnson kind of drew up. I don't know if it's like they're trying different things to kind of see what sticks, what works. But they ran a lot of trips, and they would, have a single receiver. And the Bears did a good job defending it. I mean, but they would take away the middle of the field, and the Lions would essentially run these, like, I don't want to call them level concepts because, level concepts a lot of times are like towards the middle of the field where you have, a kind of a shallow route or something underneath and then like a deeper route, like a dig route or something like that over the top. But they would run these trips routes with, St. Brown going to the flats, and then Josh Reynolds would be over the top, and then J-Mo would go even deeper. And there was nothing to the middle of the field, and we already know that Jared Goff's not going to take the deep route. So, like, you're wasting your time taking J-Mo and running them, 40 yards down the field because Goff's not going to unload it, and, he would basically throw the ball away, or as we saw, take a bad sack, or he would, try to force a pass to the single receiver side, which is normally Sam Laporta. And it's just like, if I'm J-Mo, I'm probably getting a little discouraged on that he's getting open on these deep crossers, and there's just too much where Goff is not fully going through his progression. There's one that I clipped out there where Taylor Decker gave up a sack. I had stopwatched, and I used, probably the stopwatch on the play 5 or 6 times. And I came to pretty much an average of like 2.6 seconds, which isn't bad considering that Jared Goff averages about 2.3 seconds, according to the data that we have at Fantasy Pros. So it's not like he had too short a time in the pocket or even really too long a time. It's pretty much right in the average or in the ballpark. And they blitz Tremaine Edmonds, and Edmonds gets his hands up near the end. But at the end of the day, like, Sam Laporta's open at the middle of the field, and Jared Goff ends up getting sacked, and it falls on Taylor Decker. And it's like, Decker got beat, no doubt about it. But it's just like the route combinations are bad. The offensive line is banged up. The quick passing stuff that they've normally done in the past just kind of evaporated last week. And Jared Goff just never got in rhythm and never got comfortable. And that ultimately hurts this team when he's not able to do that. And I don't know why they went away from running the football. They were running the football pretty well throughout this game. Sure, there's a couple drives where they stop it, but, like, for the most part, the Lions can bully ball anybody, and they refused to do it against Chicago this past week.
No, actually, I agree with you. I was pretty pissed off about that, too, because, like you said, they can bully ball anybody. Going into last week, Chicago ranked like #1 against the run, and each one of our running backs had 60 yards comfortably before, as you said, we went away from it. But I guess, like, do you think his limited route tree, do you think some of it's like, I guess, tied into Jared Goff's limitations, especially like the kind of weather they were playing in Chicago?
Yeah, I think it's definitely, pointed to Goff and just some of the limitations there. I mean, they run a lot of choice routes and those types of things, option routes with St. Brown and even Sam Laporta, and even Khalif Raymond. He's kind of been sprinkled in there, but they're not giving that role to J-Mo. J-Mo's there for some of the gadget plays, the speed, the deep overs, the deep routes. Well, the deep overs, I mean, the key word is deep, and Goff's not going to hit it deep. He's not, smiley face. He's not going to throw it. He's not going to throw that one deep. And it's just one of those where, like, I've been saying it with Scott Bischoff a bunch on our podcast, and it's like, when are we going to start seeing, mesh concepts and those types of things? It's not happening. Like, one of the big things that hurt the Lions defensively is that when they get into man coverage, specifically on third down, I don't know why they run this man coverage on third down. It's third down. Just play zone, play off a little bit, and you'll make the stops. Keep the offense in front of you. But they run man coverage and teams run mesh concepts. Well, when Alex Anzalone's covering the slot receiver and he's got to run across the field and all the odd things, I think we might have talked about it around Thanksgiving with the Packers game. And you just look at some of this stuff, and I'm just like, where's our mesh concepts? Where are our man beater routes? Where's our zone beater routes? There's just a lot of kind of I don't even know how to describe it with Ben Johnson. It's just like he's kind of going through the motions, I feel like, as an OC right now, and I don't know why, because I think potential-wise, there's so much potential and so much talent on this roster. We all know that. I mean, this was a team that at one point was looking like a potential 13 or 14 win team, and now that's kind of out the door because it almost feels like they're kind of backing their way into the playoffs and potentially a division title.
They've been playing pretty rough lately, and Jared Goff has not looked great on top of that. And I know you're a big film nerd and you study everything, you look at everything. And one big turning point in that Chicago game was Aiden Hutchinson calling his own number, doing his own stunt, going to the inside, and then Justin Fields just having a gaping hole on the right side of the defense where he runs over there for an easy touchdown. What happened in that situation, and why was it just so easy for Justin Fields to cut up in the end zone there?
It's one of those where I went on a rant last night or 2 nights ago on the podcast, and I was given 10 minutes to just kind of rant. And I did, because I personally, when you get into key down and distances, 1st and 10, 2nd and 15, you give a guy the opportunity to call his number, make a play. I get it. And, over my time of just studying the game, being a coach as far as just like the high school level, going to coaching clinics, talking to college coaches, players adjust on the fly. It's just part of the game. I completely understand that. And I understand Hutchinson maybe making adjustments at the line of scrimmage, but he calls for what I would call a TE stunt. So it's a tackle and exchange. And the tackle loops outside and the end crashes inside. So that's what happens. Hutch calls his number. He tries to get fancy and get inside, and he allows the defensive tackle to try to loop outside. Well, I mean, first and foremost, Hutch has got to be smarter than that. This is stuff you learn day one in high school when you become a defensive end playing against mobile quarterbacks. And I say that because that's the level I've coached at, and I had to teach that. I know other schools do that. So you learn, like, over time. If you're playing a mobile quarterback, such as Fields, you don't get greedy and try to do too much. You keep him in front of you, you try to contain him, and you keep your best edge rushers, your best athletes on the edge. And Hutch often is looping inside far too many times because he's calling his own number and he's playing undisciplined like that. So that's what happened on that rush, and that, everything was covered downfield, and that's why Fields took off and ran it and essentially walked in the end zone. And Hutch knows he messed up, but that's my issue with Aaron Glenn and Eazy. I know he's your boy. I know that's your guy. I don't know where you're standing on him as far as, letting him go or keeping him, or if you want him to get a head coaching job, whatever. But, like, that's where I'm at. It's like, you're not coordinating anymore. Like, you're letting the guy – it just feels like free reign. Like, third down, it's 3rd and goal, man. Like, keep him in front of you prevent anything from happening, force them to kick and move on. And it's just like third down. And I said this on the podcast, if Hutch is given free reign to make adjustments at the line of scrimmage, imagine what Alex Anzalone, who's been with Aaron Glenn for almost his entire career, imagine the free reign he's given. Imagine the free reign that Cam Sutton or Tracy Walker, who, by the way, played 0 defensive snaps this past weekend. What's going on there? You know, like, all these players are given these adjustments, and they're allowed to make these adjustments. Well, if I tell you to go one way, and I go the other way, and nobody checks back with the defensive backs, and what they check into doesn't coordinate with what's going on in front of them, guess what's going to happen? Coverage lapses and meltdowns, and that's what happened. I mean, that's the long end of the story there, and that, I think that's been the problem all year on third down.
I think you need to watch your mouth, Mr. Russel Brown. No, you don't know what you're talking about. No. When it comes to the Aiden doing that stunt, I actually thought literally to like. Remember a couple weeks back, you and I don't know if we were texting or DMing or it was on Twitter or what it was, but we were talking about Aiden doing the same similar stunt on a wide 9, and we were like, yo, like, why would you stunt on a wide 9? And now, like, knowing that Aiden's allowed to call his own, I guess, maneuvers on the defensive line, it does call into question a little bit of coaching. It's like, if it's to the point where, like, you're not able to generate a pass rush with these guys having that free reign and freedom, then maybe that is something you need to take away or a wrinkle you need to take out. And the defensive line especially, because they have, like, what, 25th, 26th in sacks right now in the entire league? Like, it's not working as a pass rush unit. If that's part of an issue, be done with it. Be done with it. I know certain calls are made because obviously, like, that's just how the game goes. It's why you have a guy with a green dot or like whoever your captain is typically making those calls. But I don't want it to be like levels of the defense, as you said, making those, I guess, switches up because you hear I think it was AG or whoever was complaining at one point, like, there's communication. Yeah. Well, maybe now it's communication, like exactly what we're speaking about. You know, linebackers doing something else, defensive line do what the hell they want to do, and so on and so forth. The secondary, like it does call that into question, and that's something none of us were aware of until this past week, and I am keeping a keen eye on that.
Yeah, no, and I think it's you know, to bring it a point further, it's one of those where, you know, as we talked about it a couple weeks ago, you know, the wide 9 alignment. I mean, yeah, it's key for the players to communicate, but it's also key for Glenn and the coaches to get these guys aligned properly. Like, there's no way that you can have Aiden Hutchinson out wide on the inside shoulder of a slot receiver as an easy block down or a crack block. And then furthermore, you know, when you watch this game film against the Bears, they come out and spread, like, empty formation. 3 linebackers on the field. I'm sorry, Derek Ball, Alex Anzalone, they're not covering a slot receiver in the NFL. Like 9 times out of 10, they're probably not covering that guy. And Jack Campbell probably wouldn't even be able to cover that guy. And I know they bring, you know, into the box, you know, Brian Branch, Ifeatu Melifonwu, Tracy Walker, but I have played clipped and ready to go for Twitter. Like, they had 3 linebackers again.
They didn't take a timeout to reassess, adjust, and they got beat on the play because they're misaligned. And it's just like, that's on coaching. That can't be on the players strictly on that. Like, free reign, obviously, but they're not given that much free reign.
For sure. And, Russ, we do unfortunately have to go to break, so we're going to let you go. Before we let you go, though.
I want to go a little over. Chris said we could do it.
All right.
You got time, Russ, or no?
Of course. I'm a junior heavyweight. A light heavyweight.
All right, I want to ask you, I don't know if you've been tapped into the Broncos film as much as you are Lions, but the Broncos lead the NFL, or they're tied for the lead in the NFL in takeaways. And so, like, what do you see them doing so well this season to get the ball out of the hand? Because the Lions did that good down the stretch last year, which is a big factor of them winning and their defense looking good, was taking the ball away from the opposition. They haven't done it so much this year, but that's what the Broncos have done in spades. So how have they been doing that, and how can the Lions avoid turning the ball over against this defense they're seeing this week?
Stick to the run game. I mean, that's going to be the key. The Broncos are a bend, don't break type of defense, which is something that, you know, we've kind of, I think, adopted here in Detroit from the days of Matt Patricia to now. You know, our defense at times, we bend, we give up yardage, and we give up on drives, but at the same time, like, this defense, it's tough to break them. I mean, they hang in there and they play physical and they get some stops when they need to. It's when they get the ball back in the hands of Ben Johnson and he decides, you know, out of the half when he gets the football back, he's going to throw it 3 straight times rather than trying to establish the run. But at the end of the day, like, they just make the big play when they need to. Like, there's nothing really different from a coverage perspective that the Lions haven't seen. Like, I think when they get ready to see Minnesota, they're going to kind of see similar stuff with the Broncos, with just, probably a little bit more talent on the field with the Broncos, and maybe not as much variety. But Vance Joseph does a good job going from odd and even fronts and bringing, different types of pressures and different types of looks. And then at the same time, like, he gets creative with his second-level defenders and where he's going to drop them into certain zones or how they're going to play in man coverage. So I think that's the big key. But offensively, the Broncos, the thing for them is that they're going to, they're going to utilize Cortland Sutton. And if I'm a Lions fan, I hate to say it, but I'd be prepared to throw a couple of bucks on Cortland Sutton anytime touchdown, because I got a feeling they're going to throw deep to him 2, maybe 3 times in this game. And I got a hunch Kirby Joseph's going to get beat deep. I really do.
No, I noticed he's been getting a lot of touchdowns recently too. Him and Russ are on a bit of a, I don't even know. They're just getting together.
They're football soulmates.
Football soulmates, as Bob's big boy will say. I guess I have like a couple other questions real quick too. Do you think heading into this Denver Broncos game, do you think Ben is going to be predictable, or if it's a different situation because it's indoors and at home and all that good stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you said Ben, like Ben Johnson?
Yeah. I apologize.
Yeah, I mean, no, you're good. I
think
he's obviously
pretty tight.
No, I mean, I think he's going to mix it up a little bit. He has to, because I think, these coaches and these players, they want to act like they don't hear the outside noise. And I know some of us feel like, a small fish in a big pond, but, our voices as fans and as people that analyze the game and cover the game and talk about it, our voices are heard. Like, they hear this stuff, and it resonates off those walls and in those locker rooms, and they hear it, and they know what's going on. And I think he understands, like, off the gas a little bit, and maybe he took his foot off the gas to try to, prevent some turnovers from happening, or, maybe he's letting Jared Goff play freely a little bit more. I don't necessarily know what the answer is there or what they're doing, because I'm not in the locker room, but, like, I do think he's going to change it up a little bit. And I think we're going to see some creativity, but ultimately, if he can just stick to the run game and trust that he can pound the rock, I think the Lions are going to be fine. And I think that's the key. If they can run the football, which they should be able to. I mean, the Broncos give up over 370 yards of offense. They've got one of the worst run defenses in the league. I mean, if I'm Detroit, I don't care if I have one drive that's 15 run plays in a row. Like, run the football, keep Russell Wilson field, and just bully ball until you can't anymore, and then you put it in the hands of St. Brown and J-Mo and Laporta and things like that.
Russ, one other thing too, because I'm with you in that as well. Recently this week, Cam Newton came out. He's got his podcast, Funky Friday, and he had mentioned there's game changers and there's game managers, and Goff happened to fall under that umbrella. Where are you at with Goff at this point after his 3-year tenure with the Detroit Lions? You classify him as a game changer or game manager?
I think he's certainly a game manager, but I think he's done a pretty good. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think he's done a good job though with the cards that he's been dealt. He came to a team that was. Let's be honest, the Lions a few years ago were a bad football team. I mean, in his 14 starts, they only won 3 or 4 games. He got 9 wins last year, which was pretty impressive to go 8-8, 8-2 down the stretch in those last 10 games. Got him to 9-4 right now. Some of the best football we've seen in this town, for some people since the 60s, early 90s. Some of us weren't even alive then. Like, so it's cool to see. But at the end of the day, like, we see what he is. He's limited in certain elements of the weather. He's limited when there's certain pressure, and he's the type of quarterback that really needs everything to be, I don't want to say perfect in front of him, but it's got to be better than just good in front of him. It's got to be almost great in front of him. He can't have, a missing piece on the offensive line. Once he does, I mean, whether it was losing Graham Glasgow at right guard and moving him over to center, or losing Jonah Jackson at left guard and having everybody else, just the slightest piece out of the puzzle, and it's not perfect for him. And it sucks because there is talent there, and I think he is a smart guy, and I think he is, a good quarterback. I don't think he's a great quarterback, but when I think of, like,
Kirk Cousins, I think of Jared Goff. And I think you can live with that. But when you think about the next payment or the next contract that he's going to get, like, I don't know if I can live with that part. You know, if there's going to be these limitations where you can't go to Chicago and win, or you struggle against the Bears team that, you know, barely got by the Minnesota Vikings, who's a team that you're going to play 2 times down the stretch here, that you should beat convincingly. Like, you should beat them. And I think that's the thing with Jared Goff. So, I mean, I'm pleased with it, but at the end of the day, like, I'd be intrigued with what Hendon Hooker can do, or what somebody else with maybe a little bit more mobility and maybe just a little bit of a stronger arm.
And when we look at this backfield, you know, you talked about run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. We've been talking around here, you know, maybe Jahmyr Gibbs deserves to be that RB1 to get a bulk load of those carries, especially in between the 20s. Where do you look at that? Like, is it Jahmyr Gibbs kind of taking the reins away from David Montgomery, or is David Montgomery still going to be this workhorse back, and then you put in Jahmyr to change the pace?
I mean, I definitely think there's going to be certain downs and distances. Like when we went forward on 4th and 1 last week, no way, no how am I giving Gibbs the ball, you know, between the tackles there. I trust Gibbs between the tackle, but if I need somebody to fight for a yard for me, I'm giving it to David Montgomery. I mean, I think the film's been pretty evident this year on just how hard he runs, that he can get you 1 or 2 yards a pop. And if you needed it there, I think that was a bad call on Campbell and Ben Johnson. But I'm all for Gibbs getting more touches as the season continues to progress. But I do wonder, you know, do the Lions feel like, you know, are they banged up more than meets the eye? I mean, I'm assuming so. I mean, we're, you know, 13 games into this season, 14 weeks in. You have to think that maybe they're just trying to ease on some of these guys, which is why, you know, Gibbs only had 10 carries in that game. Montgomery only had 10 carries in that game this past week. Are they just, and I get it, game script changes and those types of things, but I just wonder, are they starting to ease off on some of these guys just so they're ready for the playoffs? I don't necessarily know. It doesn't sound like a Dan Campbell type thing, but that's part of my thinking too with the offense and certain players defensively. But at the end of the day, yeah, I'm with you. Gibbs should get the ball, you know, a little bit more. I definitely think within the 20s in the red zone, he should get it. If you get within the 5, just give the ball to David Montgomery. I mean, the guy's a touchdown machine down there. So,
yeah, I agree.
Russ, I love you. I know our listeners love you. And you guys can actually catch a lot more of Russel Brown's own podcast with another one of our favorites, Scott Bischoff. Russ, you want to tell me you can find that podcast?
Yeah, you can find it on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your, you know, podcasts, wherever you stream those, at Detroit Lions Podcast. We record once a week. It's Bischoff and Brown. Nothing too special about it. I mean, it's just football. We're just talking ball, and we try to keep it real, and, you know, try not to try to get our opinions too much in there as far as like, oh, we're upset, but we keep it real with you guys.
Russ, I appreciate you, brother. What was the official name of that podcast so people search it up?
It's just on the Detroit Lions podcast network, and then it's just Bischoff and Brown.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Russ. Always appreciate you joining us, brother.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Anytime.
Hope you get well soon. Sorry for taking up so much of your time, man.
Oh, you guys are good. Appreciate it.
See you, brother.
Let me tell you guys about Guardian Alarm. Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. They're professional technicians. Take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and know a Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800-STAY-OUT. That's 1-800-STAY-OUT, and let them know Woodward Sports sent you. Easy, tell us about Dispo.
I'll tell you about Dispo. You guys want to go where the best cured cannabis is? That's Dispo Dispensary, the best location. My favorite location personally is the First Cannabis Mall in Michigan, out there in 32 Mile and Van Dyke, out in Romeo. Make sure you guys check it out. Catch Santa Claus there live every Friday, and for an opportunity to win $200 of gift cards.
Not dollar store
gift cards. Dispo Dispensary gift cards. It's a Dispo holiday extravaganza. Check out Dispo store for more information.
And let me tell you about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone.
Oh yeah, let me tell you.
You can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. Gym that has always been known for being clean is now cleaner than ever. Full body workout in 30 minutes. All memberships include fitness training. You get all that for just $10 a month, no commitment. There's more than 50 Planet Fitnesses in Metro Detroit and thousands throughout the world. Planet Fitness, where fitness is essential.
Have you ever wondered where all the finest restaurants get their steaks? It's Fairway Packing Company, providing Michigan restaurants, hotels, and casinos with prime beef for over 60 years. But now you can buy these cuts of meat for yourself at the Steak Shop by Fairway Packing Company. Prime porterhouse, A5 Japanese New York strip steak, dry aged Wagyu beef tomahawk. Delicious. Get to the Steak Shop today. Enjoy fine wine, have a private party, and get the finest cuts of meat anywhere. The Steak Shop on Mack Avenue in Grosse Pointe Woods, or order online, fairwaypacking.com.
How would you like to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome. Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Has watching and arguing about sports made you a last-minute holiday shopper, feeling more pressure than Jared Goff in the pocket no matter what? Jack Labrador has you covered. It'll change your gifting game in your face. Heads-up play that'll have you on the edge of your seat. It's the one deck that brings 3 games to the table. Your perfect last-minute gift for lazy shoppers like you. Jack Labrador is the ultimate gift that keeps the holiday fun going. Scan the QR code above or go to jacklabrador.com to get your deck today. When it comes to your pet, don't settle. Give your pet the best at Premier Pet Supply. Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Family owned and operated for over 30 years. 13 Metro Detroit locations. Over 60 brands of food, curbside delivery, and lowest prices guaranteed. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live.
Someone asked me for my best One Piece laugh.
I was wondering when that was.
That's how Blackbeard laughs in One Piece.
In the actual show?
Yeah.
How accurate you think your laugh is?
Pretty good.
How does White Mustache laugh?
You know these characters?
Whitebeard. His name's Whitebeard, but he's only got a mustache. And then Brooke on the One Piece.
We're good.
Yo!
Fucking nerds. Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live, WoodSports.com. I'm Eazy. That's the nerd, Spin Morax, Young Chris, JB Smooth.
New episode of Jujutsu Kaisen tonight. Shit's gonna be a banger.
Do they even do jujitsu? Like, how does it even get that name?
They're jujitsu sorcerers.
Are they?
Yeah.
How do you?
They fight cursed demons.
How many seasons deep is that?
2. This is season 2, actually.
Somebody was talking about Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan's fire.
I saw a clip go viral from it, and then I wanted to watch the rest of the clip, but immediately he had a spoiler right in the beginning. I was like, well, I'm not gonna watch this.
Attack on Titan is fire.
I'll check it out. Where is it? Netflix? Why do you even watch that one?
Yeah,
Dorks.
I mean, you can get Crunchyroll if you really want to.
What's Crunchyroll?
It's anime streaming website.
You just give me a login?
No.
Why not?
Because I already got like 4 people on mine.
Well, give me somebody else's login.
Yeah.
If you're listening and you have a Crunchyroll login, let me get it. You also, if you have a Crunchyroll login, go get laid. All right? Didn't even know that was a thing.
Hey, boys, you can do both.
No comment. All right, breaking down the Detroit Lions versus the Broncos matchup. Spinny, what do you got for us with your first pivotal matchup, Detroit Lions versus Denver Broncos?
First pivotal matchup, Detroit Lions versus the Denver Broncos is Jared Goff versus throwing a spiral. Like, that is my number one matchup. Jared Goff, if they're going to throw the ball, he needs to get it to outside the numbers and down the field, because this is what teams are going to do. They are going to take away the middle of the field. They're going to take away the middle of the field against the Detroit Lions. The muff.
That's what Russ calls it.
The fucking muff. So Jared Goff's going to need to get that ball outside the numbers. He's going to need to get the ball down the field and make it happen.
Well, that'll never happen. He's not going to be able to throw it outside the numbers. He's not going to be able to throw a spiral. But I do have a Jared Goff matchup for you. I actually have a couple Jared Goff matchups for you. Jared Goff versus Justin Simmons. I think I spoke it yesterday. The statement's still true. Justin Simmons has the most takeaways in the National Football League since entering it. Which is that's amazing. The guy, he's a stud at it. And I know that the Denver Broncos started the season a little bit late. Turns out he was hurt. He was gone in a lot of those games. They're getting killed defensively. And the past 6 games, the past 7 games, they've only allowed up to 15.6 points per game, which is pretty fucking good. Number one matchup for me, Jared Goff versus that safety out there, Justin Simmons.
Yeah.
Actually, another JG one. You want to hear it?
Let's hear it.
Jared Goff, he's up against it.
Yeah.
A lot of key matchups revolving around him. But that's what it's been the last couple of weeks, man. No turnovers. And I know it was a sloppy game by defense. No turnovers. What happened in New Orleans? They won. Turnovers and a sloppy defense, losses.
Yeah.
There's less other situations. But they came back against the Bears, I guess. But Jared Goff versus linebackers, man. Singleton, Cooper, Simmons, and the safeties. The same way the Bears were able to take away the middle of the field, the Denver Broncos were able to do the same thing. And I watched them. Another thing, too, Jared Goff, I think it's since the bye week, 0.6 pressure rate. Worse than the fucking league, bro. You didn't even single digit in there. 0.6 is that's horrible. The Denver Broncos love the blitz. Not just hearing that from me, but shout out to JB, shout out to the bottom line. They actually had Stink on.
Final word.
Mark Slayer was on there to confirm that as well. The linebackers for the Denver Broncos can be a problem. It's a good defense, man. Jared Goff is going to have to be on his toes, and I'm with Russ. We're going to have to run the ball.
Yeah, they're going to be blitzing. They're going to be blitzing a lot. So expect Jared Goff to be under pressure. Expect some screens.
Yeah.
Expect some jailbreak screens. Expect some pop screens, some bubble screens to maybe a Jameson Williams. That would be pretty fucking cool.
Yoo-hoo, baby.
Yoo-hoo, baby. Baby. Oh, no. Maybe a bubble screen to Jameson.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit, bato. But I think... See, you just do this to me and I fucking fight through it.
I was doing it on purpose. But, watch you lose your shit like that.
I think there's a lot of different things the Lions can do to beat this pressure. Run the ball is one of them. Use some of these screens, different things like that will definitely help. Oh, here's his new girlfriend now. Yo, baby. Oh, no.
Another matchup for myself. I don't know if they're going to be able to utilize it because it's not in Jared Goff's wheelhouse, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. He's just not. You heard Russ, a guy who's he actually used to champion Jared Goff. Him and I had a conversation in the back, and that's why I asked him the question so I could hear it out of his mouth. He's reluctant to say it, but Jared Goff is that game manager type. However, I do think when you watch these games, Jalen Johnson, I feel like he's been covering Jameson Williams. Did I say it right? I always mess up him and
Javonte Williams.
Javonte Williams, thank you. But I think PS5 might be the guy that's covering Jameson Williams. So
Jameis
Williams. See, damn it.
Jameson Williams.
J-Mo. I'm just going to go with J-Mo. All right, because now I'm just confused.
It's Jameson Williams.
That was gaslighting.
It's Jameson Williams.
All right, thank you. See, I had a... Fuck you.
That was gaslighting.
Jameson Williamson III. No, I think a PS5 is another piece. I guess one, for Jared Goff to watch out for. I don't know if it's... I don't think Jared Goff's going to be thrown his way too often either way. He's considered like the best cornerback in the league. But whatever wide receivers across from him,
he's going to have a rough day.
Yes.
He's going to have a rough day. He's a fantastic cornerback. He does a lot of things. So if he's on Jameson Winston Williams, then he is going to be in for a tough day. But I still think Jameson Williams Winston will be able to get past him. We'll be able to outrun him. So Jaredson Goffson is going to have to make some of those throws.
And most importantly, because there's so much, obviously the matchups you heard a lot from us, we know what to expect out of defense. It's either going to be there or it's not going to be there. But the number one matchup is going to be between your ears, the Minty of Ben Johnson versus Vance Joseph.
Yeah.
Offensive coordinator for us versus their defensive coordinator. He's been phenomenal on the back half of the season versus the first half. Vance Joseph and this Denver Broncos defense has been great. If you can speak to Detroit Lions wins and you look at it, not a lot of teams above 500 outside the Kansas City Chiefs. Look at the wins from the Denver Broncos. They cashed in some against the Bills on the road. They cashed in some against the Chiefs. That one was on the road too, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. They got some wins against some credible teams here, and the Lions are gonna be up against it. This defensive coordinator is pretty fucking good, so I'm hoping Ben Johnson draws up a good game plan, limits the turnover opportunities for Jared Goff, and they run the fucking ball.
They're gonna have to run the ball. They're gonna have to run the ball for sure. So this Denver defense is susceptible to that. Another matchup I look out for. You talking about the mentals? What about the mentals of Aaron Glenn versus Sean Payton? Protege versus mentor.
Yeah.
Because Dan Campbell wasn't the only one on that Saints staff. Aaron Glenn was also on that Saints staff.
You're right.
So he learned under Sean Payton. He learned under that tutelage. So he's gonna have a lot on his plate because Sean Payton's gonna want to embarrass these guys.
Yeah.
Sean Payton's gonna want to go out there and put up 70 like they got 70 put up on them.
Yep.
So Aaron Glenn's going to have to come correct. He's going to have to not let these defensive players just do whatever the hell they want and actually coach them.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens there, but that is a big one to look out for too.
Spitz is 100% correct. Sean Payton is the play call for this team, but I have a personal vendetta. All right, this matchup might be me / AG and whoever the hell else. You guys remember Joe Lombardi?
Yeah.
Former offensive coordinator of the Detroit Lions. He was fucking shit.
He was terrible.
He was god awful. I hate Joe Lombardi. He wasted multiple years of Matthew Stafford's career. I despise that man.
What about Jim Bob Cooter?
Then he heads over to the Chargers. Joe Lombardi.
Yeah.
Ruins a fucking another year of Justin Herbert.
Yep.
Thank God they're smart enough to fire him right away. He's currently the offensive coordinator, not the play caller, but the offensive coordinator for the Denver Broncos. AG. Tracy Walker, I know you're out there, so let me go somewhere else. I apologize. All due respect, though.
Ooh,
Kirby Joseph, Aiden Hutchinson. Please, please, please do not let this Joe Lombardi offensive team score any more than 21 points on that defense. I watched this man in Detroit for multiple years, and I just never fucking understood why he had a job. He's a fucking shit offensive coordinator. Watching him in Detroit was like playing a fucking 8th grader in Madden. There's fucking 4 go-to plays. The Golden Tate screen, if I had a $5 for everyone I seen, I'd be fucking filthy rich.
Yeah.
I'd own this network if I weren't James P. Woodward himself. Do not let Joe Lombardi come into our house and embarrass us. Please, I beg of you, AG and company, please, 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 please. That's how to speak on it.
Slap my ass and call me James P. Woodward because I think they're gonna make something happen. And a big thing you need to look out for on defense.
Hell yeah,
Russell Wilson, because even though he's Mr. Unlimited, and he's a cuck, team future, but he can still do what he needs to do. He can still move around the pocket. He can still extend plays with his legs. Sensational. He can still scramble a little bit.
He's got a great voice.
So the Lions are going to have to make sure they maintain the pocket presence with Russell Wilson. Don't let him get out there and pick up easy first downs with his legs.
Yeah. God hates cowards. You're absolutely correct. He is Vince's grandson, and I do think that's why he continues to get jobs, because otherwise it would make no other fucking sense. Would make zero fucking sense. A part of me was kind of nervous when this whole New Orleans regime came in to fill in for the Detroit Lions because of the past experience with Joe Lombardi and what he brought over, because it was absolutely fucking nothing. He was the worst offensive coordinator I've ever witnessed in my entire life. And that's someone who, when I come into Lions fandom, or at least when I became obsessed with the team, Mike Martz was the offensive coordinator. And you guys know he was fucking doing wonders. And that's with fucking John Kitna at quarterback. So, yes, Joe Lombardi's fucking ass. And I know he's not the play caller. If they do come in here and they have a good game, point to Sean Payton. He's the one calling the plays. But fuck Joe Lombardi. All due respect to what your grandfather did for the game. He did something special. I couldn't tell you specifically. But the trophy's named after him for a reason. But fuck you, Joe Lombardi. Sincerely. From the Woodward Heavyweights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now tell me about Himlin Pub where you can get some cervezas.
Okay.
Have you ever wanted a bar where you're a regular? We have just a place for you. Head to one of Hamlin Pub's 7 locations and experience where everyone's a regular. Every NFL game, all Michigan sports games, they have special deals on food and drinks. Try that Smokehouse Brisket Mac and Cheese. It is amazing. Experience your new favorite pub for all things sports, Hamlin Pub.
Savor the heart of home at Big Boy with our all-new down-home comfort dishes. Feast on home-style goodness with our Southern Comfort Chicken Bowl, veal parmigiana, and apple pie hotcakes. The down-home delight doesn't stop there. Potato pancakes are back. Dive into the richness of our perfectly crafted potatoes with our classic potato pancakes and our stuffed potato pancakes. Top off your meal with our new gingerbread shake, a seamless blend of creamy vanilla and sweet gingerbread flavors. Nothing beats the comforting taste of down-home cooking. Enjoy every bite, only at Big Boy.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
You are my special.
I thought you were going to keep going.
That's all they say.
Oh. Well, you guys want to know what I'll be doing Friday? You guys saw Caitlin in the Woodward Sports Chat earlier. I'm going to be downtown celebrating Detroit Lions pre-war. It's not a game. It's a fucking war. Detroit Lions need a bounce-back game. We're talking about that coming up next. But either way, I'll be downtown partying with the Detroit Lions official VIP tailgate party sponsored by Long Drink and Bullseye. Get your tickets today. All you can eat, all you can drink, and a shot of the game for your drunk ass afterwards. Come party with me, and it's too easy. This Saturday, downtown Detroit, bullseyeeventgroup.com.
You are my special.
What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on Sports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my guy Spinball Rex, young
Hello.
Chris, JB Smooth. Smash the like button if you haven't, mate. It's very much appreciated. How many likes are we at? Can we get it up? No ED. That's Funtown.
Yeah.
CJ says in the Sports Shit. No ED. We need to get it up. Get the likes up. Appreciate you guys.
You are my special.
Initially on the prep sheet, this was literally ... meaning we had to fill the void with something. And fortunately, something did come up. Dan Campbell spoke with the media today, and our guy Corey Woods asked him an excellent question. He spoke about the familiarities between himself and Sean Payton, and Dan Campbell had this to say.
They know your temperament and vice versa. Are there any advantages or disadvantages that come into it when you got to go coach against this person?
Yeah, I think they become it evens out. That's what I think. I think yes, but also no, because you know each other. So it's like because of that you think you got the nugget, but they also know you. So then they find their nugget as well. So. I think he has a pretty good idea about what we want to do and our process, just like I do his, being in there. And so, look, he's not going to shy away from being who they are and what has got him to this point. They're going to lean on those. However, he's going to have the wrinkles. He always does. And I bring it back, man. He is, in this profession, in games, he's a stone cold killer. So, that's why I say, he's going to be looking for it, and we're going to be prepared for it. But we think very much the same way. So we're looking forward to this. This can be an outstanding matchup. It's a good team. They're playing really good football. They're playing smart, clean football, and that's why they're winning.
That was Dan Campbell speaking on the familiarities with himself and Sean Payton, and I think it's a big one, man. It is a little bit of a head scratcher. I wish I had done enough research to find out, it'd be too much, actually, the way coaching trees are. But, Spinny's actually watching wrestling right now. But like,
it's Rey Mysterio.
The record of it's not Rey Mysterio.
That is Rey Mysterio.
That's Dragon Lee, bro. Rey Mysterio's tattoo on his stomach.
I don't know. How do I know that?
Everyone knows that. Yeah. Come on.
JB, is that Rey Mysterio?
It's not. Dragon Lee's a person.
Well, I can't really see the TV.
Is Dragon Lee a person?
Does the guy have a spine tattooed on the back of his back?
On the back of his back?
On the back of his back.
Dominic's watching, so it's probably Rey Mysterio.
It's not Rey Mysterio, bro.
It says Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio knows that's not Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio literally has a tattoo on his stomach that says like Mexican or some shit like that.
It literally says Mysterio on his stomach.
Oh.
He doesn't have a spine tattoo either.
Yeah, he has no tattoos. This guy has no tattoos.
Then it's not Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, see?
He's an imposter.
I used to watch Friday Night SmackDown. Or Thursday night. Back when, remember it was on Thursdays? CW 50?
Oh!
Damn, that looks
Sweet
real.
chin music, then.
Either way, it's not Rey Mysterio.
So you got your hook now.
It's Rey Mysterio.
All right, Spinny.
I've never seen a Mexican do with a mullet before.
He's second generation. Dan Campbell versus Sean Payton, Spinny.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah. Dan Campbell versus Sean Payton. Obviously, this is going to be something that is tough. You know, you got, just like we see here, you know, Rey Mysterio fighting his son.
It's not Rey Mysterio.
It's going to be a matchup between a guy who knows a lot about each other. So
JB, just come around.
They coach similar. They make things happen. It's going to be fun to watch, just like Rey Mysterio fighting his son here. So that is Rey Mysterio, bro.
Powerbomb.
Oh, faceful. Oh!
Damn! That was a sick-ass move, whatever it was.
Dude, every time they get you too.
I feel bad because JB's sick.
That's Rey Mysterio,
It's
right?
not Rey Mysterio.
Who is that?
Who is it? Say it in the mic. Give him the mic so people can hear him. Audio's the number one thing in production.
That is Dragon Lee.
Dragon Lee?
Dragon Lee and
Who's
Escobar.
that? Escobar?
But that is
That's
Dominic.
Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah.
So
that's Rey's son.
They just bring him in anytime Mexican dudes fight?
I guess so.
Why's he got a belt? Does he wrestle too?
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously he's got a belt.
Yeah, he's
So
NXT North American champion.
Okay. So this is NXT?
No.
All
I
right.
think this is just a tribute to the troops. I don't even know how this is on TV, actually.
We got pay-per-view.
Is this old?
It might be. It's not Friday.
Well,
I want to know in the Women's
fake
Sports
Rey
chat.
Mysterio's fighting Pablo Escobar.
Call it if you want.
I feel like that left
performance.
us with more questions than answers.
What, the whole Rey Mysterio thing? It's
Just
definitely not Rey
JB's
Mysterio.
explanation.
Dirty Dom is his nickname, I guess. Dominic Mysterio has a great size, says Brandon Dillinger. Are you nervous about Dan Campbell versus Sean Payton, though?
No, I don't think so. I think Dan Campbell has, gotten far enough away from the bosom that he's picked up his own coaching habits. He's picked up his own.
Oh, press conference say you learned everything. He thinks the same way. He confirmed it.
But I think he's also done things on his own, and he's been a head coach now for 3 years.
2.7.
3 years. So he's gonna pick up his own habits. He's gonna make sure he does his own things. But I don't think it's too crazy to say that he's learned some things that Sean Payton didn't teach him, because the best teacher is experience. So when you're in the heat of battle, when you are that head coach, you're definitely going to learn more.
I'm nervous. I'm not. I'm like, I know when Bill Belichick, when he faces proteges, it seems like his proteges like whooped his ass every single time. Even going back to when we had Matt Patricia going up against him. But I don't know what to expect, because Sean Payton is a smart guy. He's got a ton of guys underneath his coaching tree. I mean, the Bill Parcells coaching tree alone is a brilliant one. I just don't know how they fare against each other.
Fool.
I will say this though, that Dan Campbell does have Ben Johnson that comes from like a different coaching tree. Actually, not even then though. Because if you think about it in the long run, Ben Johnson was hired by Matt Patricia, who's part of Bill Belichick, who's also part of Bill Parcells as well.
Yeah.
So maybe a lot of it is all similarities. But I don't know if you guys saw this. I probably should grab this from the Baldy breakdowns, but it happened on the fumble snap as well. But they literally had a lineup where it's literally just meant to like trick the defense. This is the genius of Ben Johnson, by the way. We had Penei Sewell on the outside as a tight end, because tight ends can motion and shit like that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
There was the regular lineup. It was like Penei Sewell, Taylor Decker, whoever, Ayoade, and then Glasgow, and then Jonah Jackson, nobody, tight end. There's like literally just a hole.
Yeah.
Where like Penei Sewell would normally be on the tackle spot. where it motioned Penei Sewell into his normal tackle spot, like where you'd be if he's lined up like normally. But because he motioned there, the defense read it as like a strong side read, so they all started like shifting to the right.
And then they run to the left.
It was that 36-yard run by Gibbs.
Damn.
It was fucking dirty.
That is dirty.
It was just a regular ass lineup, but they still had the extra tight end there. So that was like technically the strong side.
Yeah.
But because the defense saw him motion there, they're like, oh fuck, let's go over here. Ben's just nasty with it. So I guess you know what? I'll give the Detroit Lions the edge over. Don't entertain this shit while I'm trying to talk. Fuck him. He do this and fucking word bullshit.
5 stars.
I love Randy Orton.
Yeah, dude. Isn't that the Randy
Orton's
Orton?
No, you're doing like you're holding a pair of balls.
How do you do it?
You take it in. He does. You got to spread both arms.
Full extent.
Hey, remember the shot that Pete fixed?
Let's do it.
Perfect time. Right, JB? Are we doing it right?
Yeah, that's right.
Hey,
oh, well,
there's nothing you can say. Anyway.
Is that right, JB?
I'll make a poll in the
Yeah,
Wood
that's about
Sports
right.
chat as soon as we get to 69 likes. And we'll continue the conversation.
Also, I hear voices in my head, not the old one.
Oh, what's the new song? Sing it.
That's it.
Sing
I
it.
hear voices in my head. Yeah, that one.
He's still going. Randy Orton's still going.
Fuck yeah, look at him. He's jacked. This guy's fucking great shape.
He's a lunatic.
I love
I
Randy.
think he's what, mid-40s, something like that.
What's
Is
his
he really?
storyline? What's his storyline right now, JB?
He's always a bad guy. He's always got to be the bad guy, no?
I don't know. He just came back not too long ago, so I don't know. I think we're probably gonna get him versus Roman, but I
He
don't
signed
know.
with SmackDown?
Yeah.
Sick. That's the one you can watch for free, right? Fox you got to have, or the other one you got to have cable for on USA.
Well, I
What's
mean,
the difference between SmackDown and Raw? Isn't
So
it all just
SmackDown
wrestling?
was always
It's all
the poor
wrestling.
people one. Like,
not necessarily.
well, if you didn't have cable, you could watch SmackDown.
Yeah,
But growing up, I
okay.
could never watch Raw because Raw was on USA, which is like a cable network.
Yeah.
SmackDown used to be on like CW50.
Who's that?
So I always watched Pistons games, and that's how I actually became a wrestling fan. From Pistons
Damn.
games, wrestling would come on afterward. But Randy Orton's still the fucking man. I don't even watch wrestling anymore. He's a dog.
What's that guy's name? Paul something?
Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman.
Paul
yeah.
Heyman.
That
He's
guy's
a dirtbag.
Randy Orton's jacked, bro.
Randy Orton is jacked.
Holy shit.
Who's that? He's got a huge forehead.
All right, moving on. JB, are you nervous about Dan Campbell versus Sean Payton?
Not really. I mean, Sean Payton, you got to respect. He's been in the league for a very long time, so he probably has some tricks underneath his sleeve. But I think the schemes that Dan Campbell and especially Ben Johnson have
Duke
come
could
up
just
with
pull out
together,
the RKO any
it
moment.
should be.
JB's talking, you rude fuck.
It should work.
Sorry, that
What's
was
up,
just a
Chris?
complete. That was just a complete inner thought. I'm Spencer looped me in, and I'm watching
You
this,
guys are
and
all
I'm like,
locked into wrestling
bro,
right now.
bro,
We should stream ourselves live, getting drunk and watching wrestling.
I'm down.
All right, let's do it.
I'm done. But this guy, like, I'm just standing next to him, and it's like, bro, you could get RKO'd at any moment.
Yeah,
you
honestly,
just don't know
that's-
what's
Who's
coming.
Nick Aldis?
He's the guy with the big forehead.
Probably
obviously.
some jobber. No one really cares.
He's in a suit.
He's a jobber.
Oh,
Who
he's
cares?
definitely getting
What's a
RKO'd.
job? What is
fucking
a
suit.
jobber? What does that mean?
You also Randy
There's a
Orton's
lot of
also the
lingo
first.
that I don't know in wrestling.
Randy Orton's also the first wrestler with like actual like sweet tattoos too. I was a big Randy Orton fan, I guess.
What about Rey Mysterio?
What do you call anti-hero? That's what he is. Is that a thing?
I don't think he's an
Anti-hero?
anti-hero.
Is
We call
Cody
him heel.
Rhodes? Is he
He's
good?
like the bad guy that people like, though, right? Randy.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think he's a babyface now, but
What is
yeah,
that?
he used to be
Randy's a
heel.
baby face.
What does babyface mean?
Babyface is like your good guy. Heels are your bad guys.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you never heard the heel?
I've
You
heard
have
of
talked
heel.
about it all the
I've
time.
heard of
Yeah, yeah.
heel, but I've never heard of babyface.
Really? What do you think they called him?
Babyface, right?
Good guy.
Good guy. Yeah.
Well,
Neil?
welcome to the Woodward Wrestling Show.
Is John Cena a heel
He's
now?
babyface.
Nah, John Cena doesn't wrestle really anymore. They pull
Babyface
him
for
in
life.
from time to time, though.
He turned heel like
He does a lot of
naturally through the
visits
fan.
now.
I was like, that's when I was a wrestling fan. When was it in Detroit? Well, like not before the last one, but before then.
Like the big one?
Or no, actually, I'm thinking of Saturday Night Slam. They did like a special thing that I went to
Oh.
forever ago. But like the fans in Detroit, I grew up a big John Cena fan. Bro, they just booing him.
Really?
Yeah, like the fans just randomly like turned on John Cena. And
Because
then,
he
like,
said the N-word.
no, not why. But
Vince McMahon said the N-word to
yeah,
John
to
Cena.
John Cena.
Yeah.
John Cena did apologize in
That was in
Mandarin,
Detroit.
though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that
Yeah,
was
so,
Detroit,
so
yeah.
did The Rock.
The Rock apologized in Mandarin too?
Yeah.
Oh, he's running for president for sure.
No, you never seen that clip?
No.
He goes like ching ching chong chong ching.
Oh yeah,
You
you're right.
smell what The Rock is cooking.
He's a fucking man.
Is Cody Rhodes a heel or a babyface?
Babyface, right?
Babyface.
And who's the Roman Reigns is the heel?
Yep.
Are they gonna fight?
Probably at WrestleMania.
Hasn't Roman Reigns been like the champion for like 10 years?
That's like 3.
30?
3.
Oh. I was about to say, God damn.
This guy acts like he don't fucking know wrestling. He just spewed a whole bunch of wrestling knowledge there, bud.
What?
Our guy Tyler actually looks like Randy Orton.
Exposed.
A little bit, like a blonde Randy Orton.
Not really.
In the face. Bulletproof.
Bulletproof.
That guy's a fucking man. Kudos to him. Fairway Pack Company. If you guys like wrestling, you must like me. Visit Fairway Packing Company for the grab-and-go steaks in Grosse Pointe, or get them ordered to your house with fairwaypacking.com. Give them a call at 313-332-5114. Brother, I'm not even touching you.
Gabby is a college student struggling to study for her big exam. Then she discovered Syntron, a healthy way for her to stay awake and focus. Jennifer frequently has chaotic days like this until she gets online, orders some Syntron, and finds her groove. April visited her local grocery store, purchased a case of Syntron, and entered to win the Syntron 100K Vegas giveaway. Pick up your case of Syntron today at any Meijer location or visit drinksyntron.com/Vegas and enter for the 100K Vegas giveaway.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot off the press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel. How would you like to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
How would you like to win a $100,000 trip to Vegas, a getaway, take your closest friends, and live it up in the city that never sleeps? It's the Syntron Energy. Drink it and live it. You can purchase a 24-pack today and enter for your chance to win the Syntron $100,000 Vegas getaway. It's Syntron, the healthy energy drink with great taste for the people who desire to look good, feel good, and be the best versions of themselves. Purchase at your local Meijer store today. Go to drinksyntron.com/Vegas to register.
Oh, that dude was on Ermanni and Edwards. Not him.
Undertaker?
No. Big E, right? Yeah.
What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live, WoodSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, Joe, my guy Spin More Rex. Yo,
What up,
Chris, JB Smooth.
Rey Mysterio.
Now that's Rey Mysterio, Holmes. Get it correct, man.
You gotta argue over it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we do have to argue over it.
Yeah.
Because it's time. The Jack Labrador Segmente.
All right, who's better, John Cena or Randy Orton?
Ooh, it's tough for me.
I liked Randy Orton more.
Yeah, I think I did. I technically like John Cena more, but if they fought, I'd pick Randy Orton.
All right, no, you get John Cena, I get Randy Orton.
All right.
Jack Labrador.
I lose.
Yeah.
All right, do it again. Best 2 out of 3.
All right, Jack Labrador.
Ho ho!
Jack Labrador.
Ho ho!
Jack Labrador.
Ho ho!
Jack Labrador. Jack Labrador. Jack Labrador.
Ho ho!
Oh!
And now, as the champion of Woodward Sports, Jack Labrador, I call out you, Ryan Ermanni. Come see me, brother. Oh, yeah. No, who does the read for them?
Never lost.
The Jack Labrador read for Ermanni.
Maz.
Maz?
Yeah.
Tom Mazaway, I want to see you, brother. I know you taught me the game a little bit there. You know a bunch of fancy guys in your Rolodex. But I want to see you this Friday at Friday Night Fights or something.
You're telling me this guy's the baby face?
Yeah.
He's like a
American
douchebag.
Nightmare.
Well, this is what happened. He was a heel, if I'm not mistaken. And he got kicked out of the WWE, so like the fans, he's like a folk hero type guy.
Why did he get kicked out of the WWE? Cody Rhodes?
Am I right?
Cody Rhodes? No, I mean, he came back, basically. He kind of started up with AEW, getting that company off the ground, and then he left and then came back to WWE.
Oh.
Why,
I used to want to be a wrestler when I was a kid.
Everybody did. For like,
oh, he's like hugging the fans and shit.
Did you have like a wrestler name, Chris? Like, did you ever like, get down to that?
No, it never got that. It never got that deep. But it was like Batista was definitely my favorite.
Batista?
He was the man.
What was your wrestling name again? Was it Sportsman or something?
Yeah, I was like Sportsman or some shit. Because I was trying to like make a finisher where it was like same like a football throw and like a.
You remember MVP or did you stop watching?
I know MVP had the ball.
Yeah.
You know he's like a purple belt in jiu-jitsu right now. Yeah. MVP in MMA would be pretty lit. I mean, he's older now.
American Nightmare, that's his nickname?
Yeah,
that's what they call him.
This guy's enamored with wrestling right now.
We just got a new fan.
We did.
He's got the neck tat.
JB.
He's wearing a suit. Does he always wear suits?
I know you used to want to be a
he's
wrestler.
probably coming out to do a promo.
JB, what was your wrestling name growing up when you wanted to be a wrestler?
I didn't really have one. I think I just used my initials, so just JB.
That's very anticlimactic.
I think that's what I did too for my like create a character
CP.
in the WWE
CP?
game. Yeah,
Oh,
just
yeah.
like CP.
That's a lame.
Yeah.
It is lame. I mean, they're both better than Sportsman.
Well,
but they're still
I wasn't marketable, but I was damn good. Okay, I was undefeated.
All right. Well, it's time for my favorite segment that we do during the week because I actually make money off this segment multiple times now, and it's the over/unders on the Detroit Lions versus the Denver Broncos. I'm going to start with receivers. You want to start with running backs? What do you want to do this, JB? I'm going to have you pick because you're the fellow degenerate.
Start with the receivers.
We'll start with the receivers?
Yeah.
All right. Spencer Morgan Rackster. 75 yards for Amon-Ra St. Brown in a big bounce-back game against the Denver Broncos. Dreaded defense. Over, under 75.5 yards.
Under.
Ooh.
Under. I think they're going to clog that middle of the field again. I don't think he's going to get a lot of opportunities. He's going to go under 75.
JB Smooth.
Give me the under on this one. I just don't think Goff's going to have enough time to actually get that ball out there to Amon-Ra, so under.
Chris?
I'm actually gonna go over. I think he's going to have a good game back, and I think that even though the Lions are gonna do a lot of running, and that's gonna be their bread and butter this game, I do think Amon-Ra will be the one receiver that stands out. Goff said it when he's in a pinch, he just throws to Amon-Ra. So I'm trusting that he'll get the over.
I'm going to go with the under if there was a gun to my head.
Fuck you.
But I never bet unders, especially not with my team. So I'm not going to touch it, but I'm not confident in the over. I'll put it to you that way. And the same reasons being said, right? They got a good linebacking crew. They got two good safeties, by the way, too. They got some kid, something Locke. I guess he came in to fill for Kareem Jackson. He's fucking tearing it up.
Yeah.
So they have him and Simmons. Plus these linebackers have been causing ruckus all season. I would take the under if I was taking anything. Josh Reynolds. Over under 18.5 receiving yards.
18.5. That's like 2 catches for him. I'm going to go under on that as well. I think they run the ball a lot. And I don't know if Josh Reynolds gets involved in the offense too much.
JB?
I want to take the over, but give me the under on this one. I don't think he's going to be involved a lot either.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm going the under on pretty much everybody passing except Amon-Ra. I know Amon-Ra is gonna get his, and I'm not confident where the other players are gonna be.
That's fair. I'm not gonna touch it. I would take the over if I had to bet though. Gun in my head, it's what's really one catch for him if he does get it.
So small.
Yeah, and I'm assuming like PS5 is probably going to be on like Amon-Ra St. Brown or J-Mo if he is in the game. So he'd probably be the guy to hit the lesser of the two DBs they have out there. So that's like one catch for him. I'm going over 18.5. I'm not going to touch it though. I'm with you. I probably don't want to mess with any of these guys in the props this week. My thing is frozen, so I can't do a new poll.
John Cena loves the troops, huh?
John Cena love the troops. All right, moving on.
John Cena does a lot of visits.
Jameson Williams 17.5. They didn't really there's 1 yard difference there.
Over.
Explain it, you wrestling phenom.
He's gonna get a ball. Whether it's a deep shot, whether it's a bubble screen, I think he's gonna get involved in the game this week, and he's gonna get those yards. 17.5. That's one catch for him. Give him the over.
Lunchbox hooligans. Easy's like the Wish version of D'Lo Brown.
Who's D'Lo Brown?
He used to walk out with the hose. That's all I remember, right?
He did when he was with the Godfather, but before that, he was with the Nation and had some weird like black chest plate on.
The Nation of Islam?
No, Nation of Domination.
We are the nation, right?
Yep.
The Rock was in there too. And then he
they just put all the black guys in the same group?
Yeah.
Kinda.
Literally. And the Rock's half black.
Crime Time is crazy.
But it was like a gothic black guy group, though, no? Right, Jamie?
Yeah.
It was Farouk and...
Farouk, Mark Henry, and...
Mark Henry's
Mark
I know Mark Henry.
Viscera? I think his name
Viscera
was
was...
Viscera.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I know Mark Henry.
Mark Henry was a beast.
The Rock made his name off of, like, I think... He grew too big for the nation and he turned on Farouk.
You think they're going to bring out Sergeant Slaughter?
I think he's dead.
Is he?
No, I think Sergeant Slaughter's around.
Oh. Well, I know his adversary's dead.
Oh, Iron Sheik.
Iron Sheik.
Yeah, he passed away.
Yeah.
Okay, some people say he's like the ultimate heel.
He really was. I mean, because back then, like, you would never see wrestlers together out in public, and he stayed in character the whole entire time.
Oh, so he's just a dick all the time.
Yeah, basically.
Maybe he's just an asshole.
Maybe he's just an asshole.
Maybe they just
it wasn't a character. He's just not a good guy.
To be honest, if I was him, I'd probably do the same. Just if people left me alone, I'd be like an asshole for sure. I would try to make them laugh to break character. Actually, is what I'd do.
Oh yeah.
All right, moving on.
Like those British guards or whatever that like they're paid to just not laugh.
They're good at it though, aren't they?
I mean, the good ones are.
No, good shit, bud.
See,
Cortland
you
Sutton.
smiled, it worked.
You're right. Cortland Sutton, 52.5 yards against the Detroit Lions defense.
I bet the
we lost Spinny for the show. Guys.
No, I'm just saying one thing. I bet
you had the drive.
What is it called? The client base that you're like trying to get.
Demographic.
The demographic of wrestling. They probably go wild for this Support the Troops show. Just slamming Budweiser's like, woo! Support damn troops!
Can you confirm or deny, JB?
I mean, usually the tribute to the troops is in like Iraq or something like that. So I don't know where that's being recorded at. But
tribute for the troops!
You know what's great? They say black don't crack, but JBL looks the exact same as I remember him.
Really?
So that would be...
Yeah, you don't look that old.
Approving. Oh, this was last week.
He was he played like the rich conservative at one point, didn't he?
Yeah, the rich asshole guy.
Yeah, I remember he had the limo with the bull horns on it.
Yep.
Yeah, I used to fucking hate that guy.
Oh yeah.
First match I watched was when Rey took the belt. Rey Mysterio took the belt from him. Full circle. That's how it's done.
Oh really?
Yeah, no,
Rey
that was
I didn't remember that being a thing.
That was the first thing. It was a Friday night SmackDown, and Rey Mysterio took the belt from JBL, and I was like, this is my dog. I hate JBL.
You ever watch that movie? It's like the Emotions or whatever. It's like Elemental or something.
What?
Lunchbox Hooligan says Spenny is like the Wish version of Eugene. Who's Eugene?
JB, give me a slack.
I'll have to find a picture.
Let me Google this guy.
No, don't Google it. Don't Google it. It'll be a surprise.
Just wait, Spinny.
That'll be a surprise.
Just wait.
Just wait.
Too
late. Spinny, just wait.
I already Googled it.
He ruins everything. He's ruined the segment right now. This is the betting segment.
The last like 3 segments.
Yeah, somebody apply for the heavyweights. You got to be fat and look like a Wish version of Eugene.
That's funny. But what was the over under?
No, we're not doing that now. Now we're talking about you looking like Eugene.
All right. Let's talk about it.
Brock Lesnar versus Big Show.
I don't know.
A core memory for me is just going with that thing.
Oh.
I don't know.
I thought you were like over.
They were over. JB, do you think that? All right, tell me. Do you think this was staged or not? Because you know wrestling more than me.
What's up?
But you also probably believe in it a little bit. You obviously watch it.
I mean, I used to believe when I was younger, but what's up?
Oh fuck, Bobby Lashley's still a guy?
Yeah, Bobby.
I know
Lashley's
Bobby
still
Lashley.
Bro,
he looks good
did
too.
MMA for a little bit. He's like the black Brock Lesnar, but he just didn't have the voice. I think that's why nobody really bought into him too much.
He was sweet.
Well, yeah, but his voice was like this.
Yeah, but he was still one of my favorites. He was one of my favorites.
I remember he flipped over the Jeep.
Oh no, that's a throwback.
That suplex he had was nasty. That suplex he had was beast.
Oh, he did serve. Or his dad served.
Is Bobby Lashley? Is he good still?
He's from Battle Creek, Michigan, by the way.
No, he's not. Is he?
I don't think so.
Bobby Lashley's from Michigan.
You know what's crazy is I forget who, so I have to reach out to my friend and verify. But
Chris,
he hooked up with some type of teacher or something that was like in our school district.
All right, let's go to break and we'll come back with whatever's in Slack. Let me tell you about Lady Jane's. Come to Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience and register to win a trip of your dreams and all expenses paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament. That's right, no expenses spared for you and 5 of your best buds. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. with every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, 2 of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder.
Feldman's the #1 Chevy dealer in the state of Michigan. You guys can find one in your backyard because 18 locations. Just visit FeldmanAuto.com. Also, check Feldman Auto Novi with Woodward Sports. They're live every other Monday. Sugar.
Oh my God. Oops, my bad. I was trying to set it up better. Here we go.
So
he said he's got a degree in English literature.
English.
I believe so.
Damn, good for Eugene. His wrestling name is Eugene.
It's Eugene.
That's so whack.
Well, you see how he looks right now?
Yeah.
He played a cousin.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah. His character was a cousin.
There's that, and there's also a guy named Festus. He was kind of like
Festus
that too.
Ezeli?
No, just Festus. Like,
no, it's Festus.
he came down to the ring with like his tongue out, and once he got in and the bell rung, he like got serious.
Yeah, Eugene, he was like the whole time, and then they beat him up enough. He'd be like,
yeah, that was his thing. Is he had to get his shit beat, and then all of a sudden,
bro.
Yeah.
Why you gotta say it like? Why can't you just say beat up or losing? What the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
He had to get his shit beat on Raw, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
No, but he used to have to get beat up, and it was like a superpower almost. Like it would build up, and the more times he got beat up, the stronger he'd get, and then he'd just scream and start swinging. And I'm pretty sure his finishing move wasn't even like a finishing move. He just like rolled around on the ground and then pinned you, and then you couldn't get out.
It's that cousin strength.
Yeah. No, that's what.
Needless to say, a lot of people helped him out. Also, Chris checks slack again.
Okay, this is what's going on for sure.
All right, I don't know what's going on over there. Doing over-unders for the game, 52.5 yards for Cortland Sutton.
Cortland Sutton over 52.5.
Yeah.
He's going to get loose in the secondary.
If you want to make some money, bro, like you guys, you're watching this, you're a Detroit Lions fan. You know this defense is not good.
Yeah,
more importantly, the secondary is not good. Cortland Sutton at 52.5 yards, I'm taking that all fucking day. Jerry Jeudy, 42.5 yards. I'm taking that all fucking day. I might not parlay them, but I'll take them separately. That is easy money in my eyes. I'm like, no disrespect to Russ, but like
how much was Jerry Jeudy?
42.5?
42.
Yeah,
that's fair.
All right. I mean, what are you doing? I guess I skipped it for Cortland, but
yeah, I mean, I'd take the over on both of them. Cortland's been doing really good as of lately, so yeah, give me the over for both of them.
You guys know the secondary is like, unless they're respecting what's his name, the guy from freaking Harry Potter to do great, Chris.
Kendall Vinder. Is that the other guy?
That's Festus.
Festus? Is that Festus?
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
They just had dudes pretending to be.
That is.
It was a wild time back in the early 2000s.
That's crazy, bro.
Just put it up one more time. Imagine being like, yo, I finally made the WE, and your friends are so happy for you. Like, yeah, dude, what's your character? I think I'd be in public and you're just at Home Depot because he looks like a guy that shops at Home Depot. It's just like, that's just what you're known for.
Yeah, it's tough.
That is tough.
Okay, what was the question?
Easy's hat struggling to be held on by a single button, says Cobbzilla.
Who's next?
I could do more. Chris is going.
No, what's the next?
52.5 for Cortland Sutton, Chris, wide receiver.
I will smash the over. This defense has to. Yeah, I just beat that overall.
Jesus, bro, relax.
You hear something crazy? Javonte Williams. Hold on, let me make sure I'm correct on this. Javonte Williams, 18.5 receiving yards. Is he a big receiver for them?
No, not really.
I take that under, right? Jahmyr Gibbs, 26.5. What are you thinking on that? How you like that?
Jahmyr Gibbs, 26.5 receiving yards.
Mm-hmm.
I'd take the over on that.
Yeah, I flirt with it too. All right. Time for the rushing props. Javonte Williams, 52.5 rushing yards. I'm not going to touch it personally, but probably
52.5?
Yeah, Detroit Lions got a really good run defense.
Yeah, I'd probably take the under on that one.
Say what you like about other things. I have noticed, though, once we gotten sloppy in the passing game, it has opened up the run game for opposing offenses. 52.5 rushing yards for Javonte Williams, JB.
I'll take the under. I think he's going to end with like 50.
50?
Yeah.
Yeah. Detroit Lions, good rushing defense. Chris?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm betting on the Lions. The only thing you can bet on when their defense is their rushing defense. So I'm gonna bet the under on that.
All right. The one thing, I don't know why. Doesn't even matter how hard you try. Now, one thing Detroit Lions defense is, you just keep the camera on Spencer's wrestling reactions.
But then you said last segment, don't do it.
Is this fucking Jon Snow?
No, it kind of looks like Jon Snow. That's right.
Who's Bobby Lashley?
Bobby Lashley's about to fight. Either way, Jahmyr Gibbs, 50.5 rushing yards. I'm taking the over.
Over. 50?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take the over.
JB?
What was the number one more time?
50.
50?
50 don't change, you know?
I'll take the over. Yeah.
Korea?
I'm taking the over as well.
Actually high. I'm not gonna touch it. I'll do a what do you call it? Alternate. Yeah, I'll do an alt 40 just to be safe.
Karrion Cross, is he good, JB?
No, he's a bad guy.
No, I mean, like, is he good? Like,
I mean, I like him. He's cool.
What do you consider
I like a lot of heels,
good?
so.
Like, JB, like, what is good to you in wrestling? A guy who does, like, the most cool tricks, or, like, the guy who wins the most? Because, like, because it's not real fighting, though. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they're like, this guy's never lost. It's like, well.
Can you bet on WWE?
You can on DraftKings.
That's the dumbest shit in the fucking world.
That's crazy.
I don't understand how that's a thing.
Betting on a script.
He just fucking.
Literally betting on a script.
I don't know. He did something wrong.
Dude, if I'm in the WWE, if I'm Vince McMahon, I'm tripling my net worth in an hour, just putting everything on the script. You know the script.
That's just
that
crazy.
Is true.
Wow, that's crazy fact. Jake the Snake Roberts had a
McMahon.
brother and a sister who wrestled in WWF. Sam Houston.
Bobby
Rockin'
Lashley
Robin.
is jacked.
Yeah.
I gotta start taking steroids.
Remember when Vince McMahon's limo exploded? I thought he died.
I'll do it.
Just fucking show up.
We're at that age.
Just show up fucking crazy.
When I used to
big.
work out, they used to tell me you can't take steroids, you're too young. Now? I'm 30.
You're old as fuck.
Yeah, I'm old enough now, boy. I'll do it. Shit. Looking like Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley is fucking huge.
I couldn't even imagine.
What do they call those things?
Lats?
No. They say it in,
dick veins? Dick roots?
No. In
Traps, lats.
What do they call it in fucking Rick and Morty? He's like, damn, he's cut. He's got those cum gutters. He's like, oh, Morty. He's like, well, that's what they call him.
Never heard of
That's
that.
what gross people call him.
So you have watched new seasons then?
That was season.
That was like the last season.
No, that was the train episode.
Oh, the train
I thought you
episode
were the one
was
where they had to do a
ridiculous.
bunch of sit-ups and they had a podcast about having abs.
No, I haven't seen that. Let me tell you guys about Big Boy. Wintertime in Detroit is always better with comfort foods from Big Boy. Try the veal parmesan or the new Southern Comfort chicken bowl. How about breakfast? The stuffed potato pancakes are back. The classic lumberjack or Santa Fe garden. Also the new apple pie hotcakes that are too good to miss. Top it all off with the new gingerbread shake for dessert. All that and more at your local Big Boy.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness. Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Come hang with the Woodward Sports Crew all throughout football season on Saturdays and Sundays to join our college football and Detroit Lions live watch parties.
Inside the 5, caught, end zone, touchdown, Detroit Lions!
With money on the line, featuring different special guests and surprises. Start times will vary depending on the game. Only on our Woodward Sports YouTube channel.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White & Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
Perfect time to shop your home auto insurance. Do it the best. This is my guy, Mark, with Swiss Insurance. Contact him at his email address, mark@swissins.com, or give him a call at 248-800-4177. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, you're supposed to listen to the intro. If you made it to the end of the show, you're in for a treat. Every guy is secretly interested in this information. The reason why corn was on the brain a little bit earlier is because of this. Pornhub has released the most searched terms per state on the Pornhub website.
Shout out to Texas.
Shout out to Texas. I didn't even actually look what
Shout out
Texas
to Washington.
was.
Creamy.
Central.
God. Sounds gross.
Sensual sex.
Washington's is sensual sex.
Arizona's
of course,
still in the-
Utah's is Mormon.
Arizona's still in the car sex.
Utah's is
Nice.
Mormon?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
I'm going to look that up
And
tonight.
Hawaii's is Hawaiian.
All right,
Massachusetts clearly taking an educational route with orgasm.
Yep.
How do we do this?
I have something to say with the Hawaii. I literally was in Hawaii and looked up Hawaiian. So it's definitely a tourist thing. Because you're there and then you're like,
Oh, yeah. That's fair.
So definitely it's tourists looking up Hawaiian in Hawaii.
I think Texas Googling creamy is
All right,
Ohio.
two weird states. Ohio, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucas has got some answers.
Small dicks.
Yeah.
That is Ohio's most searched term on Pornhub is literally small dicks.
Louisiana is furry.
Dude, North Dakota is wild wet sex.
Mississippi's furry. Louisiana is big black dick.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
So 100% the daughters of pals, they don't allow them to see pals.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's fair.
So they're probably curious. But the weirdest one
Creamy is funny.
was which one's Minnesota?
Tickling.
How the fuck is there that many people just looking for the tickling point? I didn't even know there was a category.
North Carolina's bubble butt.
Hey, they're doing it right.
Wyoming looking up goth porn like that.
New Mexico,
Kansas
Native
is
American.
just close up.
Kansas
What's
is close
What's
up.
Kansas?
Close up.
What even is that?
What is Virginia's nip slip? It's so weak.
Virginia's smoking.
Maine is thruple.
Oh, West Virginia is nip slip. I
Look
think.
at it on Slack on your computer.
Maine is thruple. That's wild.
Indiana's chubby.
Pennsylvania's big boobies.
Wait, Maryland is glory hole?
Glory hole capital of the United States.
California
Apparently.
is Asian stepmom.
Bro, it makes so much
Nice.
sense. I bet it happened after the Sunday night Chargers game. And that one lady was out there. Because she was kind of cute. Yeah.
Oh shit, Bobby Lashley won.
North Dakota and South Dakota.
New Jersey's Turkish.
Yeah, that is.
Wow.
Probably a big Turkish community.
Connecticut is
Maybe.
double vaginal.
Yeah, Connecticut, you're
Arizona car
fucking
sex.
weird. Yeah, double that. Like, who's watching that?
Yeah. Maine is thruple, though. That's wild.
DC.
Creamy,
Big ass
creamy,
cop.
creamy is weird.
Creamy's the weirdest one. Weirder than tickling.
Tickling's pretty
What the
weird.
fuck is that?
Did we already say Iowa?
Alabama's just fucking myself.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Look.
I guess
Michigan is bondage.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. We totally. Which I'm cool with having bondage. At least
New
we
York
don't-
is body
At least
swap.
it's not
Yeah. Like is it,
creamy.
Yeah.
Iowa cartoon porn.
Also, Kansas. What is close up? Like, what even is that?
Just get right in there.
South Dakota and Arizona is clearly just a bunch of teenagers. Shower sex and car sex.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Or just like a wet and sloppy.
Creamy.
Idaho dildo ride.
All right. I think it's enough of this.
Wyoming's doing it. Golf.
Okay, I have a
They're
question.
doing it
What
right.
is body swap?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What is that?
Don't know.
It's Chris Brown and
Lil
Dave.
Dicky.
And Lil
yeah,
Dicky?
Yeah, Chris Brown and Lil Dicky.
South Carolina's just high heels. What?
Actually, yeah, Missouri's transformation is that?
All right. It's enough of this.
Is that like Actually, what is Florida's?
Fantasy.
I
Enough
thought
of
I
this.
thought Florida would have the weirdest one for sure. Wait, hold on. Tennessee's Giant Tessie? Giant Tessie? What is that?
Giant Tess.
JB, will you look that up?
on the work computer?
Yeah, it's even better if it's on the work computer. Just see what pops up in Google Images when you type it in. I'm just curious. What even is that? I've never even heard that term.
And then just slack it.
Just leave it for Nick to find. Just let him. Because
I don't know what happened to the computer.
No, don't even say anything. Because I want to see if Nick even brings it up.
Put it up there.
No, do not put it up there. We'll get kicked off YouTube. But
no. I'm saying when Nick comes in after the show.
I just want Nick to always be weirded out by JB. All right, typed it in. It's just literally just giant cartoon women.
Oh shit! CM Punk's coming back.
All right, we got some terms to look up later. And there's no way you try to get me to stop talking about that. We've been talking about you watching wrestling. Oh, Demetrius hurt is upset. Sorry,
Tune in tomorrow. We'll probably talk sports.
Demetrius got really uncomfortable once we started making fun of his stuff he likes.
It's just super tall women and short guys.
He loves double vaginal. That's his thing.
I'm a big close-up guy.
Yeah, I'm cool with that one too.
More of a body swap myself.
All right, guys. Get us out of here, Smitty.
All right, that'll do it for us today. Appreciate y'all tapping into the Woodward Heavyweights. Make sure you like and share the stream. For Eazy, for Chris, for JB, I'm Spencer with the Heavyweights. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Not even close, Spencer.